Hello everyone and welcome to Vanilla TV. My name is Comedian and tonight we are causing some interesting action going on. It's not going to be some European, no, it's not going to be some American stuff. We're going to be casting some South African stuff because those guys are awesome, man. And joining me for tonight is going to be, the all-around esports hero, Sal. How you doing, man?
I think hero is a little bit of a strong word there, but I'm doing just fine, Comedian. Gonna have a lot of fun with this.
Alright, then that's very nice to hear. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, check out TF2.org. The guys at the South African League, I believe it's called, have written a nice article, inform a bit about the South African community and everything. And yeah, these are pretty much the two top teams right here. There's gonna be Master versus Vintage, and we're gonna be going live right now. So yeah, that's gonna be some fantastic action. On the red team, we have Vintage with Kung Fu, Lola, Fair. That's the guy with the underste bow there.
Fair, okay.
Yeah, Wisp, Decan, and on Master we have a lot of people, but the mid fight is gonna go live right now, so we're gonna do those later. Seems like
yeah, right now we do immediately have Deacon going down right away. That is a scout, first casualty of the game. Already Vintage looks like they're in a little bit of a weak position here. They're taking a lot of spam in from the blue team. Master doing very well right now, but where does the positioning advantage go? Because it looks like Vintage still has a lot of aggression potential. Oh, losing 3 players now. Probably gonna have to back up from this.
Yeah, they do have that soldier still staying aggressive, but he needs to get out of here because he gets cut off and dies.
Yeah,
it
that was
like
Fair going down.
Yeah.
So only 1 kill for Team Vintage. They're dropping back. They do have 100% Uber, so at least they are going to be able to hold on a little bit here. But Team Master right now looking really good, and a lot of them actually showed up with StarCraft 2 champion names like Nesty and Sage. So that's fun to watch.
Nesty, Skillpig, Gold Fox, Dongregu, I am MVP, I believe. That name's actually cut off for me, but yeah, they are defending it very nicely right there.
They are, but here's the thing. Lola just got jumped by a roaming soldier there in the upper lobby and had to pop that Uber, so I don't know whether this is an actual male or female player. Lola sounds female to me, but I have no idea. Nonetheless, our red medic here has popped that Uber, and now blue team pops just a little bit early too down here in the lobby, so both teams are kind of resetting there.
Yeah, it seems like Masters does have a sniper right there running there, but they will be taken out by that demo unless he gets a beautiful headshot off. Nope, Sky shuts him off, and they do still have this point. Well, look at a medic and soldier just coming out of nowhere on the balcony right there. Medic sneaking in, but he gets taken out. Skillpick getting taken out right there. And it seems like Vintage is in a really good position, getting some good kills right there. Whispering a kill on Dongregu. You know, he may be a good Zerg, but, you know, he's not that good in TF2, it seems.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, right now, it looks like Team Master is having a little bit of a problem here. They're having to fall back to mid. X does get taken out for Vintage. Where is the medic right now? 96% Uber, pulling the Demo Man through house. Razor Fox has been taken down. So I think they don't want to have to pop this Uber, but they just might have to. There you go. Lots of spam coming in. They're going to be able to take the middle point here, and then we're going to see Ubers get down to just about even again.
Yeah, it seems like Fair has gotten taken out right there by Scout. But they are putting some pressure onto the point.
Demo Man in. Gold Fox gets taken out without a lot of damage.
Oh, but Warhammer jumps around, takes down Lola, so that's a nice kill right there on the medic. Soldier jumping in, trying to focus down the demo man, takes him down, but those double scouts, man, you can never underestimate the scout combo in terms of damage per second. They are doing some fantastic action.
Yeah, Skillpig just barely managed to make it away from those scouts through the house. He's using those fierce needles to keep them at bay and found his soldier there to help defend him. So now it looks like Team Master once again going to come right back onto this middle point, and they will very easily capture it. They've got a huge Uber advantage right now, and I am just hoping to see a really close game here because it's always my favorite thing to see, like games going into overtime.
Oh, definitely. That's fantastic stuff. But you know what, I also want to see just how the South African community is going to be played, because it is a pretty small community compared to the Australians, to even the New Zealand. You know, the Asian community is, also pretty small. You have the North American and the European communities, which are absolutely huge. So, it's going to be interesting to see how their play styles have evolved on these, core maps. We're going to have Badlands after this, we're going to have Granary and Gully Wash, 3 big maps in Europe.
Yeah, it's looking fairly standard. I would have to agree that pretty much it seems to be like kind of the standard style of play here, except that right now the demo man for Vintage actually down on the low ground. He does manage to get a good sticky trap there on Razor Fox. So one less soldier here for blue team, but doesn't matter. They get a scout in there, manages to capture while nobody from red paying too much attention. So there you go. That is going to be round one going to Master.
Yeah, you can never, no matter where, you know, you will see these ninja back sneaky caps happening. Just because the last point just capped so quickly, it's horrible, man. Nightmares, nightmares.
Yeah, and these guys, I do recall them comparing their playstyle to at least Div 2 of TF2L. I'm going to have to hear your opinion on that one because I'm just not experienced enough to tell. But right now the mid-fight is going down once again. The Masters here taking some brutal damage this time around. They do manage to kill a soldier there from Vintage, but they're having to back out through their choke for the moment.
Yeah, it was a nice jump there on the soldier, on the demo man by the soldier. That was some good stuff. And you know what, I think they're playing pretty well. But you know what the difference is between, you know, the real Prem teams and the Div 1, Div 2 teams is not so much in pure deathmatch. You can sometimes see Div 2 teams playing against really good Div 1 teams, still, you know, getting close to them in deathmatch. But then if it comes to coordination and if it comes to teamwork, that's where they're going to be severely disadvantaged compared to those really top European teams. And we can see Kung Fu and Lola getting taken out right there by a nice counter pop right there. Dongri do some good damage. Goldfarge cleaning up behind together with the demo and but skill pick getting taken down.
Yeah, that was actually really good shot there by our soldier. Oh, which soldier was that? I think it was it not Faint? It's, what's his name? Fair?
Fair, yeah. Yep.
I think that was Fair getting that shot there just as he was about to die, and he did end up going down there, but at least managed to reset the Ubers, so his team is going to have just a small advantage, maybe about 5 seconds here, where Vintage could actually be able to push. Right now, though, they're having some trouble. Oh, Razor tries to jump up onto the Spire, doesn't quite manage to make the jump all the way up there, so we are going to see our Vintage team holding onto Spire for just a moment. Actually, again, Vintage get the kill on Razor Fox. Now, Warhammy's down as well. But they do trade for the demo man on red. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's a good stuff. I mean, you know, red team does have a huge Uber advantage. Need to be pushing up even without any Uber at all. So, I mean, just that man advantage is going to be huge. And that medic is in a real bad situation there. Scout is going to be able to take him down. Yeah, X taking him down and getting out of there. I think a bit of miscommunication between the soldier and the medic right there. Soldier should have stick with the medic. Went in house. Medic got cut off.
Yeah, to be fair, it looked like there was only one man on that medic. Everybody else wanted to go chase after him, but then there ended up being a scout chasing after Lola for Vintage. So pretty much everybody from Red Team had to back up and deal with that, make sure the medic stayed alive. But very good for them to have done so. Right now, Fair taking a lot of damage here, and X goes down. We got a jumping soldier for Blue just trying to get up there and deal some damage from the high ground.
Now looking at the positioning of Vintage, I don't agree with this positioning with losing both scouts. I mean, losing both scouts, you lose all your flanking capabilities, and if you stand this far forward, you're prone to backups, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. One scout takes down the soldier, and yeah, just cleaning up by Master Team. Very nice play right there, and they're going to get this middle as well.
Yeah, I think the core there from Vintage, after they lost their scouts, they may have just been a little bit too aggressive. Especially the demo man, tried to push in and chase that medic through the lower lobby, and of course it was sticky trapped, which is a very common place to drop those stickies. So, a little bit of a mistake there by Vintage, and it has cost them the mid and possibly cost them the Spire as well.
Yeah, definitely. We see the demo man moving up to the Spire, trying to block it. I'm not sure if I agree with that. There's just too little people around to help him, and he gets taken down by Goldfuck, the demo man, on the blue team, and just puts Master in a really comfortable and strong position to move into the last point. You know, they just have a huge Uber advantage. They have a man advantage as well. And
wow, actually they had to pop that Uber a little bit early there. Skill pick took just a bit too much damage. They are going to be able to get in and deal a bit of damage to Red Team, I mean the Lead Team. But, oh, getting on the point right now, there's a scout trying to stop the cap, but there you go. It looks like Team Masters does have 2-0 right now against Vintage.
Nice stuff right there from Masters. Really good stuff. I do think that their last pushes are going to be seem a lot stronger than Vintage's. Seems like Vintage is maybe a bit too uncoordinated compared to Master.
Yeah, I mean Gold Fox takes an immediate sickie here at the midpoint, and yeah, Vintage immediately has a big player positioning advantage. They went in there, tried to get some kills with a jumping soldier. Now the second one's jumped in as well, but Fair has died once again here. And right now it's medic soldier in the house here for blue, but they're trapped in there. They don't want to take too much spam. Demo Man trying to deal some damage, but he could end up eating a roller, and he does go down to that that little pill there, ends up stepping on it and dying.
Yeah, I do have to say, I don't really agree with Vintage double soldier sort of jumping on the enemy team one by one. I think it's much better if you jump both of them at the same time, or just be very aggressive with your entire team. But it worked out very nicely for them. I mean, they got some good kills off. They did have to Uber right there onto Stonebridge, and that soldier with the equalize trying to get a kill off, but it's not going to be happening. Goldfox trying to put those sneaky stick-ins in. I hate those positionings, and we do have a heavy onto the last point for Master.
He was overhealed there, just now taking out a scout. The other scout jumping in as well, and it looks like Vintage is really, wow, immediately ran in there before Team Master was really ready to deal with that. So now it is 2-1. We're getting a little bit closer here. Vintage looking like they're finally finding their sea legs.
Definitely, and yeah, let's see if how this mid is going to happen. If they're again going to do that double soldier jumping up tactic, and see how that's going to be happening.
Yeah,
for
and
Vintage.
by the way, do you, real quick, I've seen them using the equalizer. Do you know what rules they have for unlocks?
Not exactly. I keep forgetting that other leagues and other situations, you know, don't have vanilla only unlocks. And I was like, oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right now blue team backed up once again to their choke, taking quite a bit of hits here from these rockets and spam. But Demoman down for both team, and so it's just going to be Soldier Scout versus Soldier Scout here. Scout getting around behind the medic for blue, and oh no, he does manage to back out through the crab house and stay alive for just a little bit longer. Oh man, very low health there on Master Skill Pig, but the same can be said for Lola, and oh, a Scout coming in. Kills Lola there. No sizzles just yet. It was about 95% Uber, just almost as bad there.
Yeah, but the Demoman has respawned, so that leaves the medic and the soldier onto the point. The medic does pop Uber, so that's going to be nice nice timing right there for Masters. They're going to completely dominate this middle, and they're going to be able to move on without a problem. Even with the backup going on, they won't be stopped. I don't think so. I mean, the soldiers, the scouts, everyone trying to do so. Beautiful air shot right there by Goldfox. But, you know, you can't do it one by one. And I think, I think this kind of shows bit of the skill difference between, you know, what a top prem European team would do or top, you know, ESA invite team would do. You wouldn't see them jumping in 1-1-1. Not a chance, because you just don't have
just
it.
Occasionally, yeah, just occasionally if there's like, you know, only a medic soldier, then
Yeah.
you'll see the one rolling soldier go for that bomb. But yeah, you don't see like one scout, then one soldier, then another scout, and all of them dying one by one against 6 players. That's it is a mistake, and Vintage is now going to pay for it. They are backed up to their last point here, and it's a big Uber advantage for Master Skill Pig.
I mean, it's not just that you have double or triple the firepower, you know, you also have the enemy team needing to focus each player down, otherwise they're going to have a lot less DPS, so everyone's going to be alive much longer, etc, etc. But
Oh, Skill Pig!
Wow,
Drops the Uber.
that is fantastic action by Kung Fu right there. But there is still a scout behind, and he could do some dangerous stuff. And look at it, no one's controlling the point right there. That might be a very different situation right there for Master. Jumping in with the demo and jumping in with the scouts, and they're gonna get the point!
Demo man.
Oh
Yeah,
wow, that is such a troublesome situation for Vintage. They were in such a good positioning, took down the medic, did some fantastic stuff, and then that happened. Oh, that was
That was extremely crazy. Goldfox just knew exactly what he wanted to do out of that. Right now he's being up here to immediately start spamming that house. Didn't get too much damage yet, but here comes some pills. Takes out Kung Fu right away, so apparently Kung Fu is no match for explosions. That's one of those things that I have heard. Oh yeah, Medic for Vintage backing out right now. Lola is walking around to the choke, and looks like the entire Dread team has decided to back out here. This is probably good play from them, good coordination to realize they have lost that mid-fight, and they need to get back quickly.
Yeah, what would you say would be the ideal situation for Vintage standing right now? I'd say trash area would be a nice position to stand, but balcony might be good as well.
You're not sure what's going on, but I can't hear you right now, man.
Alright, that might mumble sometimes weird. Doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
I was just asking what would be the best course of action for Vintage to undertake to defend this point. Should they, you know, hold in trash or back off the last point?
Yeah, well, I mean, they do not want to get back cap. I think it's already happened to them once, so they are going to sit here. on their last right now. They're waiting for the push to come in. The Uber has already been popped here, and it's being held for quite a long time by Lola. Now finally the Uber is up before Lola. Medic goes down there, Skill Pig, Razor Fox. It's 3 left alive, but right now, as we know, Gold Fox came in and did some huge work last time on this last point. No, he gets taken out this time, and that is a complete wipe for Team Master. Vintage with a very good defense there. They gotta get back out and capture quickly.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, they need to remember the golden rule for capping back second point. Get a scout up there. You need to have scouts on there all the time. That's what they are made for in this situation. Without scouts, you can't do it. And you know, double scout on top. They're doing it right.
Oh, Turbs finds Deacon and kills him just before he gets into that resupply cabinet. X helps take out Turbs there at the end with some accompaniment from Fair. We meanwhile have Masters sitting comfortably on their second point, but there goes Kung Fu actually to a backstab by Warhammy, and he gets away with it.
What a sneaky bastard. Learning that spy is such a good move at times. But he will have to be very careful with where he goes. And Scout does discover him, tries to get a side stab on that soldier, but he gets taken down right there. And
he has created quite a bit of a distraction though, yeah. And there you go. Oh no, Lola had to pop that Uber as they were trying to walk out into trash. Gold Fox had a bunch. So they have saved themselves for just a bit, and they did manage to finally take out Gold Fox.
Yeah, that was also, you know, nice Uber. I mean, better pop it than drop it. But they need to put more pressure onto the Masters medic. They didn't put almost any pressure on that medic at all. They went for the capture point, but I really think that they needed to focus down on medic because if they were counting Uber, they should have realized just how close they were and just how weak Best was.
There got killed by a off of the stairs. Calling it luck. I'm gonna go ahead and call it skill in favor of Wisp there because that was a pretty hilarious kill. We do have Team Masters now once again with another shot on goal here. Let's see if they can't bring it up to 4-1. And I honestly don't know what these games are played to either, whether it's 1st to 5 or whether it's a win difference of 5.
I believe it's like European rules, a win difference of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they have a big Uber advantage. X is running sniper, so if you can get a good headshot off, that might be able to, that might be enough to block this entire push. But I don't think that he's in a good situation to get any headshots off.
Yeah, Gold Fox just trying to do a little bit of sticky bomb damage in there. I think he did hit Fair once. Fair down to about 135 health right now. Hits that cabinet, and looks like the Uber's going to get popped in here very quickly. Actually, Skill Pig waiting quite a bit, but there you go. Uber's finally up. Both soldiers getting flashed to them. They do take out Wisp right away. This sniper isn't going to last very long either. Or is he?
Oh, X getting a nice headshot right there. Counter Uber has been popped right now. I think it's a bit on the slow side. They did have for a long time, and now just all the players are down. That moment sticking the point. Scout Jit running onto it, and he's gonna get taken down. That's gonna be 4-1 situation for Masters. Masters really showing some good, you know, aggression, and you know, I dare say a bit more communication, teamwork.
Yeah, their last pushes have been very well coordinated here, and I would definitely agree that these guys would, at the very minimum, be able to beat a lot of European Div 3 teams on Team Master.
Yeah.
The coordination from them is quite good, knocking those stickies down on that last point after everybody from Red Team has to kind of stand on it to capture. But Vintage losing 2 players already. It is their Demo and Scout. If I were them, I would already be trying to get out of here, but they're pushing in with the soldiers right now, seeing if they can't just out-DM their opponents a little bit. No, they're having to back out, and their Medic and Soldier are the only ones that are left.
Yeah, well, at least it's a medic and soldier, you know, that with that you can build Uber, so that's, you know, a pretty good situation. They're doing some good stuff.
That is in fact what they are doing. Soldier chasing after him right now though, and he's gonna have to drop back out into trash. Going down to about 40 health there, and a Scout taking a lot of hits as well. Soldier jumping up, trying to stop this capture on the point, and he has stopped it for now. Razor Fox down. Uber is popped for red right away. Turbs goes down as well, so it's 2 players missing for blue at the moment, but they do pop that Uber, and they're going for the kills right now. Got an X. Fair is down. And now it looks like Vintage is on the back foot.
Yeah, but they are going for the back cap already, even though they don't have the second point already. There is a scout on the point. They are capping it, and Warhammy is just waiting for them to cap the point. I can imagine they just scream and just cap it, just come on. But he has backed off. He's just like, okay, I'll do it myself. I'll do it. If you guys won't help me, I'm just gonna take the scout. 1, 2. Misses those shots. That is a bit of a bad situation for Warhammy. He is forced off that spire and gets taken down by Fair.
Having trouble with that name there because he did not tag up as the right name. What are you going to do about it? Of course, the Masters now trying to push towards Spire. Once again, they've got a bit of a player... No, they don't have a player advantage. They've got medic advantage because Lola's down right now. Goldfox trying to deal some damage up on that Spire with the stickies, and that is going to force that soldier off very quickly. So we're going to see our blue team here capturing Spire, I think. Oh, Scout in on the medic, though, and he gets taken down. Goldfox looks like he's in trouble, too. Wow, good play there by the Vintage Scouts to work together.
Yeah, that is exactly the teamwork you need in this situation. One scout is good, but two scouts are amazing. You just don't even realize just how quickly you can take that soldier. 2 shots, bam, soldier down. You know, like that. And it's just fantastic if you can get some good scout work coordination going on. I don't really agree with this positioning by Masters. Look at this scout. He's on his own. He doesn't have any teamwork, teammates to support him. He's just going in on the medic. He gets taken down. You know, I mean, he did get him down very, very low, but you will never see scouts doing that in Division 1, Premier Division. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that may work in TF2 lobby, but at this level, people are going to be watching for those scouts. So it's quite a risky play to lose a scout like that and then lose the ability to watch your flanks. So you got to be very careful when you're doing it. Team Masters backed up to their middle point again, and it looks like we've got a jumping soldier in right now. Here goes the Uber. Fair first man to die though.
Yeah, Warhammer getting some nice skills right there on both scouts, on a soldier and a scout. Pistoling the other scout down. Yeah, he takes down the second scout as well. Yourself, getting a good kill there on Wisp. Jumping onto the Spire together with the scout. And just looking at Kung Fu. He's the only one on it. He's jumping up, he's putting those stickies down. Trying to deal damage. And he does actually manage to almost get away. And that is going to be a 5-1 situation right there. Masters getting a nice ninja kill right there.
Yeah, and Vintage calling GG right now, and they're saying great math there, difference of 5. So you know, work on that. I don't know what math they teach over in South Africa, but here in the U.S., 5 minus 1 is actually 4.
Yeah, definitely. But it does seem like maybe there's some different rule sets in different cups or different leagues in the South African community. So that might be the case.
Very, very possible. And the Masters right now have lost their demo man, and it looks like they may actually just want to back off from it here for the moment. They are trapped in their house right now, and Vintage does have a bit of pressure coming down onto them. Demo man now, who's that? Kung Fu looking towards the point here to see if he can't get some kills, or at least some big damage on the medic. Ooh, 75 health left for Masters Skill Pig.
Soldier jumping in, trying to do some shotgun damage. Not going to be enough. That medic's going to be well healed by whenever that soldier comes in.
Turbs here is actually behind the opposing team. He's found a soldier to shoot at. That is going to be Fair, taking a lot of hits here. Oh, Fair's actually very close to going down. There you go. But meanwhile, that Spire has been captured by our red team, and they have popped the Uber right away. Blue is counter-popped, kills the demo man, but here goes the capture. Blue was way out of position to deal with that. Had to pop the Uber in their upper lobby. So what are you going to do, man, when everybody comes to the last point? Right now it's 5-2, and it is 8 minutes left to go. Skill Pig is saying, I thought it was already over. Well, apparently nobody read the rules for this cup.
No, definitely. Neither have we, to be honest, to be very honest right there. But it seems like Kevin's just, you know, taking it easy. Trying to equalize at least a little bit. Not letting their honor down and just going all in, man. Just going bit by bit. Taking all the SCVs with them. Oh, wait, that's a different game. And, but it seems like their all-in has failed. I've got it taken down right there. Soldier trying to, demo man trying to bottle a scout right there, and just Kung Fu alive.
Yeah, having to drop back. Kung Fu, what I'd like to see him, he's trying to get some sticky traps here, but really he may have wanted to just sticky trap up the Spire, so the next person to jump up to it would have taken quite a few hits. Now he's getting back up there, but it's already a bit too late. If he tries to peek out right now, he's going to start taking some damage here, and actually a scout on him. Yeah, ouch, Kung Fu.
Yeah, this day he wasn't Kung Fu fighting, man. And already we have scouts in onto the last point, jumping away around that soldier, taking good damage on, gets taken down, but with that Uber coming in, it's going to be very hard for Vintage to take this down. Scout jumping on the point, and that's going to be a 6-2 situation. And
they are still calling GG.
Still calling GG. They still don't realize it's win different 5, is it? Yeah, well, there we go, Don Gregu.
It's like 6 minutes left for Vintage to take 4 points, so it's not very likely that they're going to win, but I mean, it's possible.
And you can
We'll
have
see.
4 Batman rolls in a round, man. It's doable. I've had it seen. And even then, you know, there's a difference between you know, a 6-2 and a 6-4. You know, not only in mental, you know, if Vintage gets some good victories right here, they might be, you know, mentally hyped for the next game and say, you know what, we can take these guys, we're better than them. But it seems like Masters isn't having anything of it. Kung Fu going in a melee battle against Warhammer, getting fished to death.
Fished to death. Oh man, that's quite a smelly way to die. I've seen it happen in real life just a couple times, and I got to tell you, the smell is the worst part.
The smell's the worst one. Have you also been reading Asterix and Obelix comics, man? Love those.
No, actually, but I've heard of them.
No, you've never read them. There's like, you know, you got the town
No,
Smith.
yeah, I have heard of them. I studied German, so they're over there, but yeah, I just haven't been reading them. Right now, Vintage is all back up again, but they are having difficulty defending their Spire right now. Some stickies coming up, but Deacon trying to stop that point ends up getting... Oh! Warhammy, while in midair, stops a jumping soldier, just takes him out, while both of them are having an air battle. I feel like I'm watching one of those old Chinese films.
Well, you know, his name is Kung Fu, so we do have one player right there. But it's going to be 7-2 right there, so that's going to be a good game for Masters. Really showing some good teamwork. Pushing very solidly into those last points especially. And they'll deserve win right there for Masters. So my name is Comedian. We have been watching the South Africa Fortress, the One Night Cup. They're having a One Night Cup apparently, and this is the grand finals between Team Masters and Team Vintage. Casting with me has been the hero of esports, the man, the legend. It is Sal. Thank you very much.
Oh, I sure wish I could claim that legend, but you know, thank you very much, Comedian.
And we will be going on to the next map, the second map in this best of 3, which is going to be Granary. See you guys over there.
Oh man, I'm hearing thunder outside right now. This is not a good thing.
Ooh, that is not a good thing at all. You want to avoid that as much as possible right there. And of course, you know, what have you been doing this weekend, Sal? Have you having a good weekend?
Yeah, dude. Having a great weekend. So much so that I can't remember offhand what I did yesterday, but it was some awesome stuff.
Nice. That is some
I
good
do
stuff.
have a North American 3 versus 3 tournament that I'm hosting and organizing coming up on the 23rd of October, which is a Sunday, and it's actually going to be at a time that is quite friendly to Euros to watch, so you will have to tune in. It's going to be like starting at around 12 my time, I think, which is like
12 months.
6.